Previously on Health Now.
And that way, they are kind of bargaining.
Yes.
They bargained so that they are able to now move to the next one, so that they are, the child is having the milk, the dairy product,
Yes.
and is also taking the greens because
Yes.
they needed to have the greens. But that was a bargain that was done.
Yes.
That is why you are saying don't force them,
Don't force.
but
Don't force.
bring a way
Of doing it.
of-
Be
of-
creative.
Yes.
Be creative. Time you must know how to
Yes.
navigate around the teenagers.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank God we are always ahead. We can think ahead.
Yes.
So you really need to navigate around them.
Yes.
Because the minute we force or we restrict, it elicits now, the opposite of what you'd have, the opposite results.
Yes.
Because they will want to find out, kwa nini amesema nisikule hii? That is the one you are saying don't. That is the one they will go for.
They want to satisfy a curiosity.
Curiosity.
Yes.
So it is gradual with a lot of love.
Yes.
Teenage, you really must be patient. Teenage, you have to be very, very patient with them. With a lot of love and of course that patience.
And I think that is why we are now having this conversation.
Yes.
Because when we talk about loving them and also again helping them to take the positive food groups and to be concerned about their nutrition, I think that is where the love comes in. As much as you're going there telling them this is what you need to do, and at the same time no forcing them, but getting a balance. And I think that is tricky.
Very, very. It's quite tricky.
Yes.
But we thank God, He gives us wisdom.
True.
As we deal with these children, God gives us the wisdom.
Yes.
Because really, there's no school of parenting.
No.
It is on the job. It is on the job training.
It is.
It is on the job training.
It is. Yeah.
So as I was saying now, because of this age where there is that growth spurt, the parent has to be very, very keen on what their teenager is eating. They will need more of proteins and they will need more of the carbohydrates because of, in fact, we say at least 7 servings. When I talk of a serving for carbohydrate, it's about half a cup. The normal cup, 250 ml.
The one we take our...
Yes, so half of it makes a serving for the carbohydrates and the starches. That
if
means
it is
half
rice.
a cup of rice, yes.
Yes.
So if like, we work with estimates.
Yes.
The simple ways we talk of feasts also, the feasts, okay? But the best way I find is just talking of the servings, about 7 servings. Why do they need this? One, we've said they are very active. Their bones are growing. So, and then, of course, the activity level, the proteins, because of the growth, there is one tricky issue. If you don't satisfy the energy levels for the adolescents, what happens? The proteins will be used to give energy because they are now burnt in the body to give energy. Meaning, the functions of the proteins will come to a standstill. Okay? Because the proteins will have to be used for energy, because energy comes first.
For a different role.
Yes. So they will be used for a different role. Yet we know that proteins are very, very important because of, growth and development. So you may find your teenager is not growing as expected, and yet they are eating the proteins. What is the reason? You have not been giving them enough of the carbohydrates. And in teenage, they really need it. That is why you will see them eating a very big chunk. And don't comment negatively. Hiyo yote utamaliza. That is what the body, of course, with control. That's why we are talking moderation.
Yes.
Moderation.
Yeah.
But remember, they need it. Meaning, if I'm talking of 7 servings, and even a slice of bread is like 1 serving.
So
as
now
a
the
parent,
7 serving,
throughout the whole day.
you are spreading it throughout the day.
Yes. Meaning, if I'm saying it's about half a cup of rice, and a serving is about a slice of bread. So in the morning, this teenager, they don't want to eat 2, they want to eat 3 slices.
Yes.
Those are already 3 servings. So at the back of your mind, already 3 servings are gone. So over lunch hour, they will eat maybe like a cup of the rice. Those are 2 servings. I'm already 5 down. So for the
5, you're remaining
for
2.
2 that will be catered for in dinner. That is how we spread. So we need them to eat well. So the proteins and the carbohydrates, very crucial in teenage. Now the vegetables that we are saying, they are the sources of minerals like iron. Iron is very, very important, and the needs increase. The girls start with the menstruation, so
Yes.
they need more of the iron.
Mm-hmm.
They are at a great risk. Teenage girls are at a great risk of getting the iron deficiency anemia. You see, if we are not careful about that, and we are getting them from the green leafy vegetables. That is one source. Then we have calcium. And the boys also need the iron, because also as the volume of the body increases also, so the volume of blood required increases.
Yes.
So they also need enough iron.
Yes.
Now come to the calcium. The bones are growing. So that is where now we need to give them sources of calcium, best being milk, and milk products.
Yes.
Most of us can access milk.
Yes.
Okay, because when you talk of cheese, you find that in most homes maybe cheese may not be so available, but you can have milk. And also eggs are a good source of calcium. So they need those ones. The green leafy vegetables are sources of zinc. Zinc is very, very crucial when it comes to the maturation of the secondary sexual characteristics, burst development, the beards, even the voices, the horse.
I think you can tell our parents like that. Yeah.
Very, very important,
Yes.
dear parents.
Yes.
Zinc is crucial, because for our girls to develop, at that time we expect the bust to grow. They need zinc. Our boys will develop their beards. So for this maturation of this secondary, we call them the secondary sexual characteristics,
Yes.
they need zinc. So these important minerals are from the vegetables, the green leafy vegetables and fruits.
So
And
when they
fruits.
say, I
Yes.
don't want the vegetables, I don't want the greens,
we
are denying
we are
them
denying them.
that kind of
Yes.
a nutrient.
We are denying them that kind of a nutrient. And it is important also as parents, we be equipped with the knowledge so that you can share. You can be able to share with the children about that. Fruits are also the sources of the vitamins also. And we say per day, at least 2 servings of the fruits per day. Now, 1 serving is equal to about 1 banana. That is 1 serving. 1 apple, that is 1 serving. So at least we are saying at
1
least
mango.
1 mango, yes, 1 orange. At least that one is easy.
Yes.
So the servings are like that.
Yes.
So for fruits and vegetables. Now let's come to the proteins that
Yes.
we're talking about.
Yes.
How much proteins should our children eat?
Can I eat 5 eggs?
Not really.
No, I'm just asking now that we are at the
Yes,
protein.
we are at the
Can I
protein.
have my 5 eggs? And I spread them during the day.
And spread them during the day. Not really, because let's look at the requirements and then we agree. Okay,
Yes.
a serving, we say for proteins, it's about 3 servings per day. And a serving is about 60 grams. And an easier way of knowing, for example, when it comes to something like meat, not even just for the teenagers, for all of us.
Yes.
We use the size of our palm here. Can you see here?
Yes.
Not up to here. That is enough.
In the middle.
Yes, in the middle, the palm. That
Yes.
is enough amount per day. So when we say 3 servings, that's about 180 grams. So you spread them throughout. And remember, the proteins are covering even the eggs you are eating, and maybe the meat you eat over lunch hour, and the one you will eat maybe at supper. So we really need to balance that. And then the milk, about 3.5 servings per day. Milk, because of calcium needs. Now the 3.5, 1 serving is 1 glass, 1 cup, 250 ml. That is the requirement.
So probably 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning. And as if they want to, their ugali, as you're saying,
Yes.
even over lunch hour, at least 3. You are safe. If you do 3.5,
Yes.
you are safe with the adolescent.
Okay, as we said, some of these healthy foods
Yes.
are more expensive.
They are more expensive.
I'm looking at now
Options.
a glass of milk,
Yes.
3 glasses of
3
milk,
glasses of milk.
and we have a small baby, and we have a teenager.
And you have a teenager.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm asking myself, what are the competing
The
needs
competing needs.
here?
Okay, I know, because of the baby also.
Yes.
But remember also calcium. Basically milk is because of calcium.
Yes.
We wouldn't panic so much even if we are not able to do 3. Why? because probably I ate an egg along the line. Probably I ate some dark green leafy vegetables. They are also sources. So all these are estimates, but we still get them. That is why we are talking of varying across the food groups and within the food groups, because I understand that they are competing interests, of course.
Yes.
So that is why we are talking about milk is also very important for bones, you know, the formation. They are growing. The bones are growing.
Yes.
So we want our teenagers to grow well.
Yes.
That one is very, very crucial. So when we are talking...
go on. Yes.
So when you're talking of good nutrition, basically,
yes.
is for the parents to be able to vary. And remember again, teenagers get bored very easily. Very, very easily. So and you know, monotony comes. Yesterday for lunch we ate rice and beans. Tomorrow we will eat rice and beans. You know, and again, because we are busy, rice and beans looks a very easy meal to make.
Yes.
And even now we have what we are calling mchelenjeri. I don't know whether you know about mchelenjeri.
The mixing.
Yes.
Where you mix everything.
It depends on what are you mixing. Yes.
What are you mixing?
Yes.
The mchelenjeri.
Mixing is not an issue. The issue is what are you mixing? Because you know the actual mchelenjeri is potatoes and rice. What have you given that child?
Because I thought mchelenjeri is where you bring the peas.
Yes, that is the way you are supposed to.
The proteins, the meat.
Yes.
And then you put them together. Yes.
You are right.
Yes.
Very right.
Yes.
But now this mchelenjeri of potatoes and rice is a very poor form of meal for our teenagers.
Because it's starch.
It is starch.
Yote.
What about the proteins? So you can make nutrient-dense meals. Nutrient-dense meals is whereby you don't have to take a big amount of food, but the amount you take has a variety of nutrients. So when I add peas,
yes,
and peas are also, by the green peas are also sources of protein.
Yes.
So because I may not afford the meat every day,
yes,
but I have put peas. I have introduced that aspect of proteins. And I've put carrots, so I've introduced vitamins, you see.
Yes.
So it's good also as a parent, we actually understand when we are feeding our children.
Yes.
Exactly what are we feeding these children, yes. So that we at least throughout the day ensure that the 4 groups, out of those many we have said, 4 groups, you have covered them. It is not difficult.
I'm reminded of when I was growing up. And during the December festivities and Christmas, Jamhuri and all that, we used to go to the posho mill.
Yes.
And then the maize is crushed, but not to unga, but to something that looks like rice.
Yes, I remember.
It was being called in my mother tongue jega.
Jega, yes.
Jega. So it is rough. It is done, of course, kind of. It is, So it was done. The maize is crushed, but not fully to unga, but to something in between.
In between, like rice.
Like rice. And then the mother would cook together with potatoes.
Potatoes, yes.
And make a big meal on that. And then for us children, we would get a heap of that food. I'm sure I'm relating to some parents that are of my age, you know, as we were growing up.
Yes.
And that is what you're talking about. That sometimes we do now the rice, the potatoes. I don't think that it was much different.
It wasn't much different.
Yeah.
But what we are saying now, you see, you can add beans.
Yes.
You can add beans to that mixture. Or, you can add carrots. That is making the meal more. It's not a wrong dish.
Yes.
What we are saying, make it more nutrient dense.
Yes.
And that should be the underlying issue with us as parents. Whatever, because these teenagers, one thing, they are very choosy. Very, very choosy. And I think we were sharing before we started on like the perspectives on pumpkins.
Yes.
You know, they don't like pumpkins.
Yes.
So as a parent, you have to be creative. You can even mash the pumpkins, put them in chapati.
Yes.
They will still be consuming.
Yes.
you know, the pumpkins.
Yes.
And then you will lessen on the wheat.
Like
Remember-
for me, I usually put the pumpkins into the maize flour that I do for ugali.
Excellent.
So that
Yeah.
is that
you
is
have
what
made
I
it nutrient dense.
Sometimes I
Very
put
easy.
the groundnuts
Yes.
in the maize so
Yes.
that it's crushed, and that is what
Yes.
we use for ugali.
For ugali.
Yes.
But of course, you have to remember that when we mix them, then we give them time. The ingredient that takes longer to cook, that is the cooking time.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
if the groundnuts would take longer,
Yes.
ensure the ugali cooks for long enough.
For longer.
For long enough.
Yes.
So that again, yeah. But on the other hand, even as we try to make the foods we are eating nutrient dense, it's also good to understand that with now research, you know, more research brings new information.
Yes.
You know, like the way parents were putting milk in porridge. Now research has shown that, you know, milk has calcium.
Yes.
The millet has iron, and calcium will interfere with the absorption of iron. That is why even mothers are now advised, don't mix, give them separately.
Yes.
So as we try to you know, to enrich, also we need to have some information
Yes.
on which nutrients would go right together. So like now, if that porridge, for you to be able to absorb maximum, if you want your teenager to get maximum iron, just adding a bit of lemon, which has vitamin C. Vitamin C enhances absorption of iron. So it's good to be equipped with such kind of knowledge. So the basic underlying message here we are saying, also let the parents have some knowledge of how they can, you know, make the foods more nutrient dense, because it's very, very crucial at this time of teenage.
Yes.
Yes.
I hear you talk about the nutrient dense and also when to do it.
Yes.
Probably we'll come to that when you're going on.
Yes.
But I think that is very important,
Yes,
so that
yes.
you don't just make it dense, nutrient dense,
Yes.
dense with a lot of many other
Many
things
other-
that
yes.
Need not be mixed.
Yes, need
Yes.
not be mixed.
Yes, yes.
Because some nutrients work against absorption of the others. So it's very, very important. But we're just saying a plain way of doing it.
Yes.
Like now porridge.
Yes.
We have, these are teenagers.
Yes.
So if we add, in fact, it makes them even taste better.
Yes.
When we add something like lemon, because we want to attract them. And parents can explore just the ideas of replacing the tea and the bread. You see, that is basically what parents will give the children, tea and bread. Supposing I made that bread better, or I could have a sandwich instead. You see, because the minute I have even used a tomato, you see, I have already introduced vitamins. And remember, you're talking of the food groups across the whole day.
True.
So in the morning, actually, breakfast, it's important that it is from at least 3 food groups. So if we are able to probably had maybe a fruit, I can boil an egg. And an egg, though the fried one it tastes better. Boiling is better. Boiling is better.
Has, yeah,
yes,
the oil, yeah.
But you know, now with our teenagers, they will prefer the taste. You know, the taste appeals more. But remember, when we also fry the egg, unless we do the lightly fried one. You know, the lightly fried one. And not many of us like it. The one which is mushy. Because when we cook it to dry, the way we say, I like my egg fried and dried.
Yes.
Now already the proteins you have denatured. So you'll be eating for the taste, but really you have interfered.
You've called
with
it what?
Denaturing, destroying. You destroy.
Denatured.
To denature the proteins.
Yes.
So I'm talking of boiling.
When you overcook,
Yes, when we overcook.
you denature them.
You denature proteins, even if it is meat. When we cook for so long, you see it even toughens. It becomes like a big G you are chewing.
Yeah.
You know, that time you have overcooked it.
Yes.
So that is the effect of
Yes.
of overcooking. So
Yes.
in the morning, if you could just boil the eggs and make a sandwich with the egg and maybe have a fruit and then maybe take the tea. But now, like now when they're on holiday,
Yes.
introduce the porridge. Introduce the porridge. We are trying to vary.
Yes.
And let our children also see us enjoying that porridge.
Mhm.
Not
Si
giving
yao
the
peke
porridge
yao.
to the children and me, I'm taking the tea. You see, we are talking of modeling.
Yes.
Modeling.
Yes.
So they should see me eating that food that I'm encouraging them to eat.
Yes.
Yeah. So as parents, our role is big.
Now, I've seen some parents bread, then they apply avocado.
Yes.
What would you say about that?
Avocado is very okay because it contributes the good cholesterol. You know, you have bad cholesterol and good cholesterol. The cholesterol we get from avocado is quite okay. It's quite healthy. And you can even have that sandwich. It is even better than applying, you know, the other, the fats and all that.
Yes.
So it's better. Avocado, there is nothing wrong. It gives us the good cholesterol. Yes, so that
So
one is
if
quite
you have
okay.
avocados,
If
and
you
most
have
of us,
them,
we put them in
yes.
food and all that,
Yeah,
so you can
so-
also put,
Yes.
you
Yeah,
know,
so
can
that-
do a
those are-
sandwich for your bread.
That is good. What you are talking about, creativity.
Yes.
Be creative. Even as a parent now, you have to invest more time in the food preparation. And as I've said, when we involve our teenagers, we are explaining to them what are the benefits of eating like this. You know, just have a talk, an open talk with them, and they will come to embrace it.
Yes.
Yes, but not forcing. Not
Yes.
forcing. No, not restricting. We talk of restricting.
Yes.
And that one is not a good way of trying to, you know, to model to them the good foods. We just talk to them, and then we can moderate some of the foods we don't want them to eat. Because remember, we said one of the contributing factors of this poor nutrition
Yes.
is availability. So in our homes, when the child opens the refrigerator, what do they see first? Are they seeing those sausages? And you know, they are very attractive.
Very.
So we could avail, instead of having them all the time, let me buy them that time when I want to prepare. It's not every day.
Yes.
Don't stock so much. Limit.
Many packets.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, like now, what do we avail? We need to avail the healthy snacks, like the fruits.
Yes.
Have enough supply of fruits like now over the holiday.
Yes.
Enough variety. You can have the fruits are fairly cheap in our country.
Yes.
That is the advantage. So have variety. Then other healthy snacks like the peanuts. Those are healthy. Popcorns are good. They are not fatty. They are you know, they give us roughage, so they are good snacks.
Yes.
Avail those ones. Put them in a place where display them. Those are the ones you need to display.
So they attract us. They attract the teenagers.
Yes, they attract.
Yes.
Fruits. You know, fruits are also quite refreshing. Yeah. So we really need to encourage our children, and we guide them along the healthy eating path. And it is our role as parents to do that. Yes.
Now, Mary, can we go to the portions that you talked about? You
Yes,
talked
yes.
about the portions
The
that
portions.
you need to guide us on.
Yes.
Especially now that we are having a lot of foods at
A
our
lot of
disposal.
foods, yes.
When we are having these holidays.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the food portions, one thing I want parents to remember is that why you are noticing your child eating too much is because of the growth spurt. But also that eating, the eating habits can also be triggered. The overeating especially can be triggered by some of the practices, like sleeping late. Sleeping late actually has
that
been...
one you can say again.
Sleeping
Many
late.
of them sleep very
watching
late.
movies. Now we have the telephones.
Yes.
They all have their phones.
Yes.
So they will go to their rooms and they will stay up to very late. Now, when anybody, specifically even the teenagers, when they don't have enough sleep, there is a hormone called ghrelin. Ghrelin is our hunger hormone. It is actually produced more with less sleep. And that is why you will hear them tiptoeing even early in the morning. Early in the morning, I've heard mothers complaining.
Yes.
I woke up and found the sufurias empty.
Yes.
The children are overeating. The hormone that is supposed to control the appetite is called leptin. It has other functions. But now leptin also cannot be produced with less sleep. So sleeping is also very, very... So you see, even our lifestyles contribute to the eating behavior of the children. But that aside, their bodies are demanding more. Their bodies are demanding more. You know, when they were younger, it is very easy to influence them. And because the activity level is not as high, they may not eat the portions that come with the demands of teenage. So we've talked about the energy requirements. And these are from the carbohydrates. And we have said for a teenager, they need 7 servings per day.
Yes.
And a serving is half a cup of cooked rice, half a cup. So if the estimate, you know, you can just estimate.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
So and you know, mostly especially the boys, they will not eat half a cup.
No.
They will eat 1 cup or even 1.5.
Or more.
Yes,
Yes.
1.5
Yes.
of cooked, right? So those are 3 portions. You see, that is how we should understand. Because if a portion is half a cup, so if this teenager has eaten that,
1.5.
yes,
Or
already,
even 2.
yes,
Yes.
so we need to talk about moderation.
Yes.
Moderation there.
Yes. Yes.
If a slice of bread is equal to 1 portion, so when we just leave the bread, and
When a teenager takes 5,
those are 5
those are 5 portions.
Yes, you can imagine.
They
Those are the
stack
things.
them up.
Yes, yes, yes. And this is wheat. And you know, wheat actually spikes the blood sugar. Yeah, that's why we are talking of the diseases that are likely. You know, those non-communicable diseases, they arise so much from the way we feed. So we really don't restrict, but we talk of moderation. Moderation. So when it comes to the carbohydrates, they will need 7 servings throughout the day.
Yes, and probably we go back to, we are still at the servings.
Yes, yes.
And then we are finding that these teenagers are waking up at night to add, to eat what remained. Probably to ugali that was there, is chapati. You had done like 20 chapatis, you had prepared 20 chapatis, and you left like 15. And then when you're waking up in the morning, there is nothing. There is nothing there. And then we still have to do the breakfast. So I'm imagining now, how many portions have they eaten at night, and even of that, the hormone that you're talking about.
Yes.
And then I'm just, telling myself and, talking to the parents,
yes,
that you may have experienced this nocturnal eating.
It is true.
At night, eating at night, and a lot of it. And probably you could share with us on our Facebook, because even as you talk about walking and making, them very active,
Yes.
I know walking also helps a lot in terms of even regulating their emotions. The stress levels go down. They are happier in terms of the emotions. So I think that is very important.
Exercise is important.
It's very, very important.
It also makes them boost their self-esteem, especially when they excel in sports.
Yes.
It helps in boosting their self-esteem.
Yeah.
And it has an overall positive impact on even their academics. Yes. And then that just exercising in the fresh air, it's very, very crucial for our good health. So let's encourage our teenagers to be active. If they can join sports, the better.
Okay.
Yeah, it really boosts their self-esteem. Yes.
Right.
And as they build, especially the boys, as they build them, that's why you'll see them wear the vests. They want the muscles. They are building the muscles. And that is now what you capitalize on. The good points, those are the things you keep on complimenting. When they excel in sports, you compliment and so forth. So that one is very, very crucial.
This is important.
Yes, very crucial.
Wow.
Yes.
You are still on the good habits. Any other to add as we come to the close? Yes.
Probably to sum it up, what would I say? I would say that as a parent also, look out also for the red flag, the danger signs, especially for children who may have issues to do with their weight, Yes. So because it may go to a point you may need professional help. Because most of the anorexia and the bulimia sometimes progresses now into depression. So the minute you see the child overly conscious, you can tell, because to you the size looks okay, but they're so much thinking the way they are big, they will keep on commenting about those are the danger signs. And then fasting or doing too much exercise, too much, they know that they will, they are sharp, They know the more they do, they'll spend more of the energy and the carbohydrates and all that. So if you find that they are overdoing, that one also you should question that. And then if they eat and then suddenly maybe run to the, to the washrooms, that should tell you, because with bulimia, they will want to induce vomiting because they fear that, they're putting on of weight. So also let's be very observant as we handle the teenagers. We said teenage is a sensitive time, and where we need to seek professional help, we can. Yeah, but the baseline, the key message, let us role model healthy eating with our teenagers. And above all, let's pray for them. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Probably, again, I say as we come to the close,
yes,
what is your parting shot to the parents now that we are preparing to go
for
to
Christmas.
to Christmas
Yes.
and all that.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, parents, the onus is on us as parents, because we are the ones who plan the meals, actually. Healthy meals. Healthy meals. Let us embrace that. And they don't have to be expensive. Healthy meals, by the way, they don't have to be expensive. They just need you to be creative. And especially for these parents with teenage, and now that we are going to the festive season, moderation is the key. Moderation is the key. Let us eat in moderation. Of course, with the festivities comes, the likelihood of consuming the sugary, the fatty foods. You cannot really restrict
The meats.
the meats, but as long as you have been passing that information on moderation, you should not have so much worry. Don't, get overly conscious until you're telling them, don't eat that, and everybody else is eating the roast meat. But moderation is the key. We need to pass that message to our children. Whatever we eat, let us take it in moderation. So even as we go to the festivities, let us remember we back them up with good, healthy meals. Good, healthy meals. Plenty of vegetables. So have your way around them. And enough of the carbohydrates. Enough of the calcium, that is the milk and other sources, and then of course the dairy, the eggs and the rest. Yeah, but we are talking of moderation.
Moderation.
Yes.
Moderation.
Not restrictions.
Moderation.
Moderate. Yeah, with a lot of counseling. You really need to counsel them.
Yes.
How do we counsel? By giving the information. Give them just the right information. Yes.
Okay.
As we are preparing the meals, to take time with our children. Like now when they are at home, create time with them, so that that is the time we are going to pass this information. We are cooking together, and we're just talking of, I'm passing the information to my children as we do it together. Yes, that is what I was.
Wow, Mary. Wow, really good stuff. Really good stuff. And thank you so much for gracing this episode, and quite information, a lot of information, and I'm very grateful. Very grateful, and thank you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you so much.
You're coming back for a different topic. We'll get another topic.
I'm available.
And you'll be able to come and share with us and share with our parents.
Yes.
Now, our viewer, we come to the close of this episode today. Very important. Nutrition to our teenagers, to our adolescents, and how we can navigate through so that they can live healthier lives. And that is all the mantra for this show, that we say, Health Now Show is your health friend, because we are guiding you, we are helping you, we are empowering you, we are equipping you on areas to improve your health, your physical health and your mental health. Mary has said that at some time, the teenager may require some mental health support in terms of psychosocial support in terms of dealing with their body image or dealing with their, their service team. And that is why we say that we'll be able to share our number on the screen so that we can be able to reach out. And if we need professional help, we can be able to get that. Remember to get in touch with us on our Facebook, comment, like, share, Health Now Show with Jane Kariuki. Also on our YouTube channel, subscribe to that channel and share, comment, and tell us your experiences. Share with us your experiences in terms of this category of people that require a lot of support and a lot of sensitivity in terms of helping them to grow and become healthier in their lives. And until next time, we want to wish you a lovely time wherever you are. And remember to keep Health Now Show your health friend. Bye for now.